All right, let's have a real talk about our brains. Because, let's be honest, sometimes it feels like they're running 1,000 tabs at once, right? And none of them are the one you actually need. Today, we're going to dive into why our focus is so scattered, and more importantly, how we can start to get it back.
I mean, seriously, have you ever sat down to do just one simple thing and then bam, you're thinking about emails, what's for dinner, that weird comment someone made yesterday, all at the exact same time? If you're not in your head right now, trust me, you are so not alone in this.
And you're not going to believe this. A goldfish. You heard me right. It sounds like a punchline, but it points to something really serious that's happening to all of us. Our ability to just pay attention is shrinking. The real question is, why is this happening?
So, if we want to get our focus back, first we got to figure out what's stealing it in the first place. And it turns out there are pretty much 4 main culprits working against us in this crazy modern world. Let's break them down.
First up is what I like to call digital junk food. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those endless, short, flashy videos. Every single one gives your brain this tiny little hit of a feel-good chemical called dopamine. It's a reward signal. But here's the catch, it actually rewires your brain to crave instant gratification, which makes normal life, like, reading a book, feel incredibly dull.
Next, we have to talk about the myth of multitasking. We all love to think we're being super productive by juggling 5 things at once, but our brains literally cannot do it. What we think of as multitasking is really just your brain switching back and forth really, really fast, and that just burns through your mental energy, leaving you unable to do anything deeply or well. And all that constant switching leads us right to our third killer, having weak focus muscles. See, your ability to focus is just like any other muscle in your body. If you never stick with one thing, you're basically training your brain to be distracted. You're never giving that muscle a real workout, so yeah, it gets weak and totally out of shape. And of course, when that focus muscle is already weak, it makes it so much easier to get derailed by the final killer, the non-stop flood of interruptions. The pings, the dings, the emails, the alerts. Our environment is practically designed to pull our attention away, making real focus feel like this constant uphill battle.
Okay, I know, that all sounds pretty bleak, doesn't it? But here's the thing. This is where the story completely changes. We've figured out the problem, and now we get to talk about the solution. It is time for a mental workout.
And this, right here, is the most important thing to remember. Focus isn't something you're just born with or not. It is a skill, and just like any other skill, it can be trained, it can be strengthened, and you can absolutely get better at it.
So, how do we actually start training? Well, you don't go from the couch to running a marathon on day 1, right? It's the same idea here. Let's look at a few super simple exercises you can start using today to build that focus muscle back up.
The secret is to start small. I mean, ridiculously small. Don't try to lock in for an hour of deep work. Just aim for 5 minutes. Heck, aim for 1 minute. Just pick one thing, a single task, and give it all of your attention for that short time. The goal here is just to build a little bit of momentum.
Now for our very first specific exercise. All it takes is 90 seconds. That's it. Come on, anybody can find 90 seconds in their day.
Here's what you're going to do. Pick one object in your room, a pen, a plant, whatever, and just stare at it for a full 90 seconds. Now your mind is going to wander, that's fine, but your only job is to just keep bringing your eyes back to that object. This tiny exercise trains your brain and your eyes to work together. And check this out. Research shows that doing this for just 1 week can boost your focus by up to 30%.
All right, you ready to level up? This next one is a little bit longer, but it is incredibly powerful. We're going to jump from 90 seconds to 17 minutes.
For this, all you need to do is sit quietly for about 17 minutes and just notice your breathing. That's it. This simple act actually helps reduce something called attentional blinks. Just think of them as these little moments where your brain just checks out for a split second. This exercise reduces those blips, and it literally helps your brain rewire itself for better attention.
Okay, so those exercises are fantastic for training. They're like going to the gym for your brain. But to make this focus really last, we have to build it into our daily lives. So let's look at some healthier habits for a sharper mind.
I want you to start thinking of your content like a diet. Because just like with food, you really are what you mentally eat. If your mental diet is all junk food, short clips and endless scrolling, your focus is going to suffer.
So try swapping some of that out for healthy, long-form content like books or podcasts or a good documentary. You know, our brains have this natural rhythm. And for most of us, we can only maintain that intense focus for about 90 minutes at a time. After that, your brain needs a real break. And a real break does not mean switching from your work computer to your phone. It means getting up, walking around, and totally disconnecting for a few minutes to let yourself recharge.
And finally, we can't ignore the physical stuff. You can't have a focused mind in a tired body or a cluttered space. So first things first, clean your workspace. Get rid of the distractions. Then cover the basics. Drink plenty of water and get 7 to 8 hours of good sleep. Honestly, these are non-negotiables for a sharp mind.
Now, of course, none of this is some magic quick fix. I mean, you wouldn't expect to get totally fit after one trip to the gym, and it's the exact same thing with your brain. This is a practice. But the really amazing thing is that these small, consistent changes truly do add up. They lead to a mind that feels calmer, clearer, and way more in your control.
So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question to really think about. After everything we've just talked about, what is the one small step you're going to take to train your focus? Maybe it's that 90-second eye exercise. Maybe it's just putting your phone in another room. Whatever it is, the journey to a more focused life starts with that one single step.